Chi Minh Complex. Firstly, I will talk to you brief information about Ho Chi Minh President. Ho Chi Minh is the great father of Vietnam who dedicated his life to save the country from invaders. In 1930, Ho Chi Minh founded the first Vietnamese Communist Party. Under his party's leading, Vietnamese people were successful in fighting against the French occupation and have had our own independence when he became the first president of Vietnam. Respecting his contribution and modality for all Vietnamese family, he was regarded as the great father or simply Uncle Ho. Uncle Ho passed away in 1968 at the age of 79. Actually, in his will, he wanted to be cremated, then buried in 3 parts of the country: the north, where the place where he worked and led Vietnamese Revolution. The center is his homeland, in the south, where 58 years ago he left for fighting to new way to release the country and have no change to come back since then because of war. But at that time, Vietnam was divided and the southern people were looking forward to the country due the unification to see their great father. So Vietnamese government decided to keep his remains. So later on, people from any part of the country have a chance to visit and see him. With a great help from Soviet Union, the mausoleum was built and finally opened in 1973 at the exact place where President Ho Chi Minh reached the Declaration of Independence in 1945. Baden Square. When the French came to Hanoi, Baden Square quickly be turned into a political center of Tonkin. As you can see today, there are many French buildings around here, which used to be head companies and important offices under the French domination. On the 2nd of September 1945, after the August Revolution, the French were defeated and Ho Chi Minh and his fellows took power the whole country from the north to the south. The young government renamed this area as Baden Square. Baden means 3 communal houses. It is a village in Thanh Hóa province, where the first resistance against the French colonialists of Vietnam people took place. So when Hanoi got freedom, the Vietnamese government decided to give the name Baden to this district to remind of our brave history. Up to now, Baden district is always considered the political heart of Hanoi, where most of government parties and National Assembly offices are located. In the 1945, Ho Chi Minh reached Declaration of Independence in this area. So when he died, the mausoleum was built here, and this is also where the memorial ceremony of President Ho Chi Minh was held, with the attendance of 10,000 in Hanoi and other provinces, and 34 groups of international dinner guests. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum project started in the 2nd of September 1973 and complete on the 21st August 1975. As you know, in Ho Chi Minh wills, he asked for a simple philosopher. However, when he died, compliant with the Vietnamese people's expectations, the Vietnamese government decided to remain his dead body and a project out of a mausoleum and was proposed. However, at that time, the war against American army was at its violence and it's impossible to carry out the project. So in 1969, when Ho Chi Minh passed away, his dead body was firstly embalmed by Vietnamese and Soviet Union experts and kept in aseptic investment while waiting for a peaceful day. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is surrounded by square marble columns and divides the building into 5 sections. It reminds to the traditional house of Vietnam in the countryside, where Uncle Ho was born and grew up. On the facade are the words President Ho Chi Minh President written in red from marble. This material is considered to be the symbol of lofty and morality of President Ho Chi Minh. Inside, you can see the golden sentence, "Nothing is precious than independence and freedom," one of the most well-known sentences spoken by Ho Chi Minh, and this is also the North Star of Vietnamese war resistance against the invaders. In front of the mausoleum, there's hundreds of grass cells, which can be imagined as a mass in Vietnamese communal house for Vietnamese people to gather around their great father Ho Chi Minh. The bamboo range on the both sides can be understood as defenses for this mausoleum. Moreover, bamboo is considered to be the symbol of Vietnamese spirit, very gentle but full of vitality. The house number 54. This house used to belong to an electrician who took care of the Governor Palace from 1954 to 1958. Uncle Ho lived and worked here. He had a very simple life. Most of house facility, fan, radio were gifts from people all over the world. He never got married, so sometimes he was lonely. Later in the afternoon, when everyone back home, the radio was turned on time until he went to bed. He said he needed to hear human voice around to warm him up. Having an idea that this small and simple house wasn't suitable for President, Vietnamese government decided to build his own house. In 1958, the house on steel was complete. Uncle Ho moved to live and work there, but he still back to this house every day for lunch, dinner, and personal hygiene. The house on steel of Ho Chi Minh President was completed on the 19th of May 1958 as a birthday gift for Uncle Ho. He lived here until his death in 1969. This house reminded him to the time he lived in the mountainous area of the Northern Border, where he spent quite a long time after coming back to Vietnam after 30 years traveling abroad. The house on steel was located in an area of botanical garden which established under the French domination. It came up with Ho Chi Minh Bridge. As for myself, I would like a small house next to green mountains and blue water, to fish and grow vegetables and nothing to do with fame and wealth. Trees in this garden are from all over the country. None of them were present from Caucasian people and foreigners for alcohol. Some of them that are brought for himself from his business trip abroad. In 1973, knowing about Ho Chi Minh Memorial Site project in Hanoi, all provinces contribute their specific trees and flowers to this garden. There's many interesting trees in this garden. For example, the fishbone was grew up firstly by alcohol. Every day around 4 p.m., he took a break by feeding his fish. He always came on time and clapped his hands, so their fish quickly learned a habit of hearing this voice and coming up on the water. Long after his death, the fish still keep this habit.